In this video, we'll be performing a wall-supported hip hinge with a forefoot elevated. We'll begin with a self-check pre-test, just to get an idea of how mobile we feel through the hips. We'll start by getting nice and tall through the spine, and then we'll select the leg and we're going to rotate it outward, away from the body. This movement is referred to as hip internal rotation. After we do this 2 or 3 times, we're going to take and reverse the motion, so we'll go in the opposite direction. This is referred to as hip external rotation. When performing these movements, pay attention to how far you can move, as well as how easy it is to perform the movement task. Let's have a look at our exercise setup and performance cues. To begin, we're going to need an item to place under the forefoot. I'm going to be using squat ramps in this example. We'll be aligning our feet shoulder width apart and using the wall for support. At this point, your hips should be resting firmly against the wall with the weight down through your heels and a slight knee bend. Now we're ready to move through the exercise. We'll begin by keeping our hips in contact with the wall and leaning the entire trunk and head forward. Notice the speed at which this is taking place. It's slow and controlled, moving everything as a unit. I'll pause things here during the second rep to just show you what we're looking at in terms of a unit, so you can see how the head and spine and hips are all in a line while moving in and out of the position. A common question that's asked is how far should the blocks be from the wall? So here's what we need to know about this. The further away from the wall you set up the blocks, the more ability it gives you to round your lower back and have it in contact with the wall. So if the goal of the treatment is to get more rounding through the lower spine and to free it up, you want to have the blocks further away from the body during your start position.